Imagine waking up each morning with energy that reaches every fiber of your being, legs that move freely, arms that lift without strain, and a body that responds as if it remembers its youthful strength. Muscle loss after 60 is not inevitable. It is influenced by choices we make, often unconsciously, beginning with the very first meal of the day. Breakfast is more than just fuel. It is a signal to the body that growth, repair, and metabolic resilience are valued. While protein powders dominate headlines and advertisements, the body thrives on whole, nutrient-dense foods that provide not only amino acids, but also micronutrients, fiber, and bioactive compounds that enhance muscle synthesis naturally. Thoughtfully chosen, inexpensive breakfast foods can activate muscle-building pathways, stimulate insulin in a balanced way, and provide sustained energy that supports daily activity and strength training. These foods interact with hormonal signaling, mitochondrial function, and cellular repair mechanisms to create an environment in which muscles can adapt and grow, even after decades of aging. Repeated, consistent intake strengthens the feedback loop between nutrition and physical responsiveness, showing that expensive supplements are not essential for effective muscle growth. Each meal becomes an opportunity to nourish tissue, support protein synthesis, and reinforce the metabolic systems that maintain mobility and independence. The first meal of the day is far more than a routine. It is a signal to the body that repair, growth, and energy restoration are priorities. After a night of fasting, the muscles, liver, and other tissues are in a state of heightened sensitivity to nutrients, ready to respond to the incoming fuel in ways that influence metabolic balance and protein synthesis. Consuming breakfast activates anabolic pathways, including the mTOR signaling cascade, which governs the construction of new proteins and the repair of microdamage sustained during daily movement or exercise. This early stimulus is particularly important for adults over 60, when the natural decline in muscle mass and hormonal shifts make it more challenging to maintain strength. Insulin response at this time is also finely tuned. Modest, balanced spikes help shuttle amino acids into muscle tissue, providing the building blocks necessary for synthesis without causing excessive fat storage. Beyond macronutrients, breakfast influences circadian rhythms, which regulate hormone release, energy expenditure, and even the expression of genes involved in muscle maintenance. Nutrients consumed in the morning set the stage for how effectively the body can recover from previous activity and prepare for the demands of the day. Skipping breakfast or relying on nutritionally incomplete options may blunt this critical signaling, reducing the efficiency of muscle repair and adaptation over time. Thoughtful breakfasts provide the first window each day in which the body can optimize protein utilization, reinforce metabolic efficiency, and establish a foundation for strength, endurance, and resilience. By understanding breakfast as a biological cue rather than merely a source of calories, older adults can harness this opportunity to stimulate muscle growth, preserve lean mass, and create a rhythm of nourishment that aligns with the body's natural capacity to maintain vitality, movement, and independence. Whole, nutrient-rich foods provide far more than just isolated protein. They deliver a complex array of amino acids, vitamins, minerals, and bioactive compounds that work synergistically to support muscle growth, repair, and overall metabolic health. While protein powders offer convenience and concentrated protein, they often lack the additional nutrients necessary to optimize muscle synthesis and recovery, particularly in older adults whose systems require more than just building blocks. Natural foods like eggs, Greek yogurt, oats, beans, and lean meats provide complete proteins alongside essential micronutrients such as magnesium, zinc, and B vitamins, which play critical roles in energy production, enzyme function, and muscle contraction. These compounds support the body's anabolic pathways, helping to activate mTOR signaling and stimulate the incorporation of amino acids into muscle tissue more effectively than isolated supplements alone. Moreover, whole foods contain fiber, antioxidants, and polyphenols, which reduce inflammation, protect endothelial function, and support cellular repair processes that are crucial as we age. This combination of macronutrients and micronutrients creates an environment in which the body can efficiently adapt to exercise, recover from minor stress, and maintain lean mass. The balance of nutrients also influences hormone regulation, including insulin sensitivity and growth hormone activity, which are key for sustaining muscle tissue after 60. By relying on whole foods instead of protein powders, seniors benefit from a more complete nutritional profile that supports long-term health, energy, and functional mobility. Integrating these foods into breakfast ensures that the first meal of the day is not just a source of calories, but a biologically potent signal that enhances muscle synthesis, supports metabolic resilience, and aligns with the body's natural capacity for adaptation, demonstrating that nourishment can be both simple and profoundly effective in maintaining strength and vitality.
Building muscle after 60 does not require expensive powders or fancy supplements. In fact, some of the most effective options are surprisingly affordable and widely available. Foods like eggs, beans, oats, cottage cheese, yogurt, and even certain vegetables provide high-quality protein alongside essential vitamins, minerals, and other bioactive compounds that support muscle repair and growth. These inexpensive options deliver complete amino acid profiles, which are crucial for stimulating protein synthesis and maintaining lean mass in older adults. Beyond protein, they provide micronutrients such as calcium, magnesium, and B vitamins that contribute to energy metabolism, neuromuscular function, and enzymatic processes critical for muscle contraction and recovery. The accessibility of these foods makes it easier to maintain consistency, which is essential for cumulative muscle gains over time. Budget-friendly breakfasts can be strategically combined to ensure that older adults receive enough protein, fiber, and antioxidants without relying on costly powders that may lack complementary nutrients. Consuming these foods regularly stimulates the body's natural anabolic pathways, supports mitochondrial health, and enhances the efficiency of amino acid utilization. Moreover, these foods often come in forms that are easier to digest, reducing gastrointestinal stress and promoting better nutrient absorption, which is particularly important as digestive efficiency declines with age. By embracing affordable, nutrient-dense foods, seniors can create a sustainable routine that reinforces strength, energy, and mobility. This approach highlights that muscle building is not about luxury or expense, but about understanding the biology of aging muscles, providing consistent nourishment, and working with the body's adaptive intelligence. The simplicity and effectiveness of these foods empower older adults to take control of their muscle health, proving that building strength does not require complex or costly interventions, only thoughtful, consistent choices that honor the body's needs and capacity for adaptation. As we age, the body's physiological systems change, and muscle tissue becomes less responsive to the same stimuli that once promoted growth. Hormonal shifts, reduced insulin sensitivity, and declining mitochondrial efficiency all influence how muscles adapt to nutrition and exercise, making thoughtful food choices essential for preserving strength. Breakfast, in particular, serves as a critical opportunity to align nutrition with the body's natural rhythms and metabolic processes. Consuming foods rich in complete proteins, healthy fats, and complex carbohydrates interacts with hormonal pathways that regulate muscle protein synthesis, including insulin signaling and growth factor activity. These nutrients help prime muscles to respond to daily movement and physical activity, enhancing the efficiency of repair and adaptation processes. Beyond macronutrients, micronutrients such as magnesium, zinc, and B vitamins support enzymatic reactions necessary for energy production, nerve function, and contraction of muscle fibers, reinforcing the physiological foundation for strength and mobility. Whole foods also contain antioxidants and bioactive compounds that reduce inflammation and oxidative stress, which can otherwise impair muscle recovery and accelerate age-related decline. When nutrition is harmonized with aging physiology, each meal provides more than calories. It becomes a signal to the body that repair, adaptation, and functional resilience are priorities. This integration of food and biology ensures that older adults can maximize the benefits of both nutrition and physical activity, reinforcing mitochondrial health, vascular function, and neuromuscular coordination. By respecting the body's adaptive capacity, seniors can maintain muscle mass, support metabolic health, and preserve functional independence. Thoughtful breakfasts, designed with the physiology of aging in mind, create a foundation for strength, endurance, and vitality, demonstrating that nutrition is a powerful tool for harmonizing with the body's natural mechanisms and promoting sustainable muscle health after 60. Consistency is the cornerstone of building and maintaining muscle after 60, and repeated, thoughtful nutritional choices reinforce the body's natural adaptive processes. While a single meal can provide a temporary boost in protein availability, it is the habitual intake of nutrient-rich foods that creates a sustained anabolic environment, allowing muscles to repair, grow, and respond effectively to physical activity. When older adults consume supportive breakfasts day after day, the body receives continual signals to prioritize protein synthesis, optimize energy metabolism, and maintain neuromuscular efficiency. This repetition strengthens feedback loops between nutrition, hormonal signaling, and cellular repair mechanisms, making the body more responsive to everyday movements and exercise stimuli. Consistent intake of complete proteins, micronutrients, and bioactive compounds reduces inflammation, protects against oxidative stress, and supports mitochondrial function, all of which contribute to long-term muscle health and overall vitality. Moreover, regular adherence to these dietary practices helps stabilize blood sugar, improve energy levels, and maintain cardiovascular support, which indirectly enhances the ability of muscles to recover and perform. By integrating inexpensive, nutrient-dense foods into a daily routine, seniors create a predictable and reliable source of nourishment that complements other aspects of a healthy lifestyle, such as light resistance training, walking, or stretching. This pattern of consistency demonstrates that building muscle is not about occasional, high-intensity interventions, but about aligning daily behaviors with the body's intrinsic capacity to adapt and strengthen over time. Through repetition and mindful attention to nutrition, older adults can preserve lean mass, sustain functional mobility, and cultivate resilience in the muscles and metabolic systems that support independence, energy, and quality of life well into later years, emphasizing that the true power of nutrition lies in steady, persistent application rather than short-term fixes.